If it wasn't Jensen Ackles for making the 10 essential videos, this video wouldn't exist. Oh man, yeah. So it really got me engaging. So these would be the closest it would be to my 10 essentials. So this one is, if anyone knows anything about me, is animation. All things animation, I'm down for it. It is a really huge passion of mine, and it's something that I think will always be part of who I am. And since I can't physically just, I can't show every animation ever, I figured I'd show my favorite movie, Toy Story. Has been around. I've seen it since I was a kid, and I say this is a movie you'd have to see once in your life. But like I say, I'm pretty glad that I never really watched all the animations I wanted growing up, because now, whenever I get to see any new animation, it just gives me that excitement, just like I did with Toy Story. So the other essential number two is music. Since that also I can't show all the music around, this one I'm gonna pick an album. This is One Eye Doll, Hole, or Hole from One Eye Doll. And this is a indie band from Texas. My uncle has had me listen to this band, and I wanted it, and I still have it ever since. And I would love to just play the songs or just play whenever I want digitally. But that hasn't been possible for quite an amount of time. But they're all pretty good. I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, music, again, I guess it's for similar reasons to animation. Music's a pretty big deal to me in all things considered. So there's all kinds of music for all kinds of scenarios. And so yeah, that's so essential number three is a notebook. Most people would say a pencil, but if you're a writer, anything is a pencil. You can use it to write anything. The problem is you need something to have these ideas with you around day-to-day basis. So I love to carry a notebook everywhere I go. And it's kind of weird. I also don't really like to just give cards with messages in them. And that's one of the things that I feel is like has lost its touch for a while, is that as we go digital, like I love I respect getting e-cards, like I like those memes and all that, but having like a handwritten note just of anything, it really hits different. And so it's kind of weird, like I would rather just get like a handwritten cheese corny letter or anything than just nowadays. My handwriting isn't the best, but whenever I do look back at all these things, it just, these memories flood, and just seeing how far that I came. And like I say, like these notebooks, it's kind of like my own personal book in a way. It really can be some kind of biography, and or write a note, a diary, journal, whatever. I mean, the notebooks I think are pretty important for another reason. All right, so essential number four. I know, and this time it's not books. No, that's too generic. That's like a cop out. But no. This one is specific this time. So this is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. This book is about having the wicked witch's perspective from the Wizard of Oz. I know it's more known for the musical and then the movie based on the musical, and I've read this since I was 12. And this actually, it's a pretty off-putting for most people if you really know the story like I do. But it when you really know the book like I do, it really does get the wheels in your head turning. But I'd say the reason is that this to me is shows that any idea can be bigger than ever. And this is kind of like goals for me one day. So Wicked is one of my favorite novels, and not just for the content, but just because this is like goals. Like this tells me, just not to give up. So essential number 5 is Japanese Cherry Blossom from Bath and Body Works. I am pretty good with anything. I've never had one bad scent from Bath and Body Works. I mean, the day that I do, it will probably be like something to be canceled over if I ever said anything bad from there. So my favorite scent is honestly Ocean, to date. But the most popular option is passion fruit and banana flower. That is the most popular option. I think I will wear that again around by the end of May. But Japanese cherry blossom was like uh, the I'd say the gateway to my regular shopping experience, and I'd say this is money well spent. It's I some people have suggested maybe I should try more fruity scent, and I like it all, but I say like it's kind of like that smell that's just perfect for any situation for me. So essential number 6 is the mask. And it's kind of weird. The mask, it really enough, it wasn't because of the dreaded incident. Cause it was actually cause whenever it would actually help me be more comfortable going out and trying to pretend that I was extroverted for once. But the reason I kept, and I have a lot of masks, like, so this is just the most popular one. And so the mask is I don't like to over explain things, but it makes sense if you know anything about the character. So be human passing. And I hope that that point does like get across to a lot of people, and it resonates with a lot of people by doing that. And so the whole, like, I guess the whole point really, like, just the gist of it all is like anyone can. Like anyone can, like can reach their dreams and a corny, right? So but yeah. So this mask was pretty cool. I got it around, and this has probably been like the best mask I ever had. It's in a day of MomoCon, and man, it's just people really like this mask, and I like it too. It's very cozy, very comfy, and it feels right. And I like it. It kind of shows that I think deep down that I'm never really gonna be like I'm always gonna be like trying to be pretty indie or close I can be to indie, because and I think it's gonna show one day that doing it for the art is it's just the only reason we're doing. Essential number 7 is yeah, I got this case from Paris, and I just can't quit it. So it's been sitting here keeping my glasses company. And I used to really absolutely hate wearing my glasses out in public. And because of the stigma, I know, funny, right? And not really because it made me feel more down about myself. It's more like because it made me really feel like I didn't really belong, having to struggle. And I always like tried to do things without glasses, to the detriment of myself. And then once I got past that, after watching Tiger and Bunny, the biggest another obstacle I dealt with is the glare in the glasses. Regular glasses glare. So having polarized glasses and having your own sunglasses, which I always like to have anyway, has been the best purchase ever. And I would not want any other kind of glasses. So essential number 8 is, oh, it's, I'd say animals, but truly told, if I had to pick any animal, it would be my pet, Courage. This is Courage's Stunt Double, and Courage was actually like a famous online figure star before me, or at least shown in out in the open. And the reason I eventually stopped once I actually stepped in and it became more better known is because I started with I started with Courage. Like I just wanted to do it out of love and admiration. I just wanted to flex. My dog mattered a lot to me, and I really, when I just became more well known and all that, and people really did started to really connect the dots. People, I really, really wanted to show that, the stunt double is there. It's just that way, she's, she's fine. She's probably still around. Probably, she's not completely retired. She's never going to be, not to me. Well, she's, is to show, like, not only because, she's my pet first and my best friend that will never do me wrong, but anyone's dog matters. And it's just nice having them lay around and all that. I can't get enough of these figures. Man, I like never discontinue these. Like they're the best. So yes, so Courage, essential, or any other pet that's close to it. And the last essential is dolls. But here's a really weird thing about it, because I love Barbie and Toy Story and the big comfy couch. All of my dolls have the same name. In my childish mind, I thought if that the doll would come to life and be my friend. And yeah, no, right, childish mind and all that. And so I would always think that, what would it be like if it was like Toy Story? That's really it. And having Molly the Dolly that are all the same. This one is actually the most unique. I've had her since I'm pretty sure it's 10. And I got her in New Orleans, and she was just sitting there, just staring, being all alone by herself. And I wasn't entirely sure yet if I wanted her. And then, like, my aunt actually encouraged me, if I wanted the doll, just get it. And, like, Molly the Dolly has been there around ever since. I think it surprised a lot of people when she was on Instagram having her self-care day. I'll be at a very fancy spa-like tub. I think surprised my family even more that it's been there and she's old enough to drink. I mean, she's been around forever. She's been my favorite. She's the most unique. I mean, all my dolls I've ever had are pretty bomb. But I think this Molly the Dolly stood out the most. And then the last but not least, essential is ice cream. And I have a sweet tooth, so any dessert is down for me. But the weird thing about this has kind of been like a staple for me now, out of all the foods that are associated with me. And I enjoy that. And it's kind of weird because the food staple was gonna be pie, an homage to Supernatural. But that was expensive and wasteful expensive. And then, so the idea was going to be cookies to Cookie Monster. And then, since I am still the OG Jack Wonderland Frost, and I had a health scare that involved me cutting carbs, or I get stones, I'd had to find an alternative, and yeah, eating like a bunch of diet desserts, anything, is not fun. So ice cream was the closest thing to it. And the weird thing is, I actually ended up looking forward to having my ice cream day and whatever, because it helped me like break the habit. It's like it kind of rewarded me myself. So yeah, that's the my 10 essentials and all that. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too boring. And I'd love to see what 10 essentials have been pretty it for you. And yeah, the 10 essentials has been essential in some way, shape, or form.